Greetings, this is Reporter TV and I'm Nazan Abdulzarem with the news. The war of words between Sudan and Ethiopia intensified as the two accused each other of trying to escalate the already tense situation in the border areas. Sudan, in a statement released in the beginning of this week, claimed that Ethiopian forces have crossed into Sudanese territory in an act of aggression. 4 days later, on Thursday, Ethiopia's Ministry of Foreign Affairs responded saying Sudan is showing a proactive behavior. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs says Ethiopia condemns in the strongest possible terms the escalation and proactive behavior of the government of the Sudan regarding the boundary issue between Ethiopia and the Sudan. Ethiopia also accused Sudan of violating the bilateral boundary agreements, which stipulates non-displacement of nationals of either nation from their farms jointly registered by the two governments, the status quo which shall be maintained until the disposition of the case by agreement, as Samson Brahani reports. The Ethiopian Human Rights Commission EHRC called for law enforcement operations in order to bring those involved in sexual and gender-based violence, including rape, to justice. There are concerns that the Commission's attempt to reveal human rights violations was being undermined by the failure of law enforcement bodies to identify and bring perpetrators to justice. Explaining its mission, the EHRC said its core role is limited to revealing human rights violations, while it's not legally mandated to follow the case and bring criminals to justice. Responding to the queries of the reporter on whether or not individuals involved in grave violations against civilians, including killing, sexual and gender-based violence, would be brought before the court of law. Misgana Mulugeta, senior advisor to the Commission, said that it's a mandate legally given to police officers and prosecutors. In its latest assessment report last week, the Commission disclosed that 108 rape cases were reported to health authorities in Tigray. On her part, Filsan Abdullahi, Minister of Women, Children and Youth, said on her official Twitter account that they have unfortunately established rape case that has taken place conclusively and without a doubt, as Elias Tagain reports. The Ethiopian Citizens for Social Justice Party, also known as IZEMA, accused the government of killing of its active member Girma Moges Legese a day before election campaign kicked off. The party's chairman of the Bishoftu City, Ada Awarada Qabale 01, was shot dead on Sunday, February 14, 2021, on his way back home. Chairman, Deputy Leader and Secretary of IZEMA briefed the media about the incident on Wednesday, February 17, 2021, and indicated that the killing in the Bishoftu City, 40 km east of the capital, is politically motivated and hence the government should take the responsibility of bringing the perpetrators to the court of law. Since the killing took place on the eve of the launch of a nationwide election campaign, many in the opposition camp suggested that it might affect the ongoing election campaign process. The party demanded both the federal and regional government take all necessary measures swiftly and bring perpetrators to justice, investigate officials that harassed and intimidated Girma, and finally called for officials to denounce the killing in public, as Naaman Ashannafi reports. Kidane Zacharias, who was arrested a year ago suspected of involvement in the human trafficking, escaped on Thursday while he was presented before the Lideta branch of the Federal High Court. Sources from the branch confirmed that the suspect was scheduled to appear in his ongoing court trial on Thursday. But shortly before the scheduled time, the suspect requested his security to escort him to visit the restroom. After a few minutes, he managed to disappear. The same source also revealed that this is the first time that a high-profile prisoner who is already wanted by Interpol managed to flee. In 2020, federal police had announced that it had arrested a fugitive human trafficker, Kidane, along with 5 of his aides, allegedly involved in human trafficking in Eritrea, Ethiopia, Somalia, and Sudan. Kidane is wanted by several European countries, accused of engaging and operating a chain of human trafficking crimes that stretch from Ethiopia and Eritrea to Europe through Libya. He is also suspected of leading the human trafficking chain that caused the death of over 800 African migrants who either drowned in the Mediterranean Sea or were killed by his co-traffickers. According to a statement released after his arrest last year, Kidane and his 5 aides were arrested after a manhunt that took several years, as Jonas Abi reports. That was all for today. For more information, please visit our website, thereporterethiopian.com. Thank you for watching.